Hello! In this course I am going to make a web application as tasks list to do. The application will allow you to display a list of tasks. You will be able to add a new task. You will be able to mark the task as done or undone. And it will be possible to delete the task. So 4 basic operations on the database called CRUD. C-R-U-D. Creating records in the database, reading records from the database, updating and deleting. I am going to create this application in the currently very popular PHP framework called Laravel. I am also going to create this application based on the template of such application available on the w3schools.com website. I do not recommend this website as the only source of knowledge, but you can get from there some inspirations or some HTML templates and so on. This is a template for the SPA application. SPA means single page application. I'm gonna change it a bit to adapt it to a typical web application with page reloading, because as you may already know, in SPA application each user action, for example clicking on link, does not reload the page. It is achieved through the JavaScript code, which I am going to get rid of from here, because as I said, I'm gonna make a typical web application with reloading the page. Maybe in the next course I will do the SPA type application. SPA apps are good for area protected by passwords, but for most applications, as you may know, they have still some search engine optimization issues, but now I'm not going to talk about it. First of all, I'm going to cut out this JavaScript from here. I'm going to add a HTML form here because, as you can see, there is no such one. New task is added by JavaScript, which I'm gonna get rid of, as I said. And to the li element, I'm going to add a cross to delete the task which currently is also added by JavaScript in the way like this. And I am going to make a simple link with the close class as a attribute. So I am going to copy this template from here and paste it into the initially empty file. Let's see if everything works. I see everything works, so I'm going to move this file to my editor. And I'm going to do what I said. Firstly, I'm gonna cut all this JavaScript code. I'm going to add a delete link with a cross to these li elements. At this moment, I'm gonna leave this attribute empty, and this link I'm gonna paste into each of the other li elements so that I have something to show how our application will look like. Checked class in this one element means that the task is done and it is achieved by a darker background and strike through. One more thing I mentioned, here I'm going to add a form. Forms, as we know, most often we send by post method. In this form, I'm going to insert a text field to write a task and a button to save a task. I removed the JavaScript, so I will not send the form in this way. And let's see if everything works. We see that it is already reloading the page, which is a typical web application as most on the internet. In the next lesson, I'm going to install Laravel and create migrations, which is a mechanism for creating a database.